Let's go to Canberra now, and joining us is the Minister for Industry, Energy and Emissions Reduction, Angus Taylor. Minister, good to see you. Thanks for your time as always. How accurate can a plan be without any modelling?
Well, it has modelling. There's no doubt about that. I mean, for those who came out criticising it without having read the... Well, yeah, but the modelling's been done and it's laid out in the 128-page document that the critics have failed to read for the most part, Pete. But the modelling tells, and the whole plan tells a very clear story, which is we know that as the cost of low emissions technologies come down, they get adopted and they bring down emissions. And we've seen that with solar, 12% reduction in costs a year for 50 years now. And Australians have adopted it at the fastest rate in the world, 1 in 4 houses in Australia. That's why we're focusing on it as a priority technology, but we've laid out a whole series of others: hydrogen, carbon capture and storage, regenerating our soils, low emission steel and aluminium, investing $20 billion in the technologies that will bring those emissions down and allow people to choose these technologies because it's good for them, rather than being told by others or through a tax what they have to buy, what car they have to drive, what food they have to eat, what electricity they have to use. That's not our way. It's not the Australian way. Our approach, our plan is all about making sure we facilitate customer choice with low emissions technologies, strengthen our traditional industries in agriculture and manufacturing and mining, and reconcile bringing down emissions with a stronger economy.
It's not going to be legislated though, and part of it is based on technologies that don't even exist yet. Is it at best aspirational?
Well, can I pick up on that? There's some fallacies running around on this. The final 15% of emissions will come from a combination of technologies we do know now and others that are emerging. The point about that is the 5 priority technologies, or it's actually now 7 that I've just laid out, will provide the bulk of the emissions reduction. There are others like low emissions cement that are emerging. We're investing in them. We know well what these technologies may well be, but they're not yet at a point where we have any confidence that they are definitely going to deliver. So we've been very cautious about this. But we are confident that that combination, that portfolio of technologies, as well as the initiatives we've had in place and we've been supporting and reforming in recent months around the Emissions Reduction Fund and the incentives that provides, is a portfolio of initiatives and policies that can deliver net zero by 2050 and can deliver it in a way which doesn't destroy jobs, doesn't destroy industries, and strengthens this great country.
What if hydrogen doesn't work?
Well, hydrogen already works. I mean, we're a big producer of hydrogen now. You go to Newcastle, there's very significant production of hydrogen today. It's about using it in broader applications and bringing down the emissions reductions related to hydrogen, and we know how to do that. So this is not a pipe dream. This is real. Australians do it now. Our petroleum refineries produce hydrogen today. We produce hydrogen every time we produce nitrogen fertiliser for our farms.
And are you that confident with carbon capture?
Absolutely. There's 60 projects going around the world now. About half are in operation and they're working. Now, we know where it works and where it doesn't. And the good news is Australia has a lot of those locations where it can work very, very effectively. And so as the IPCC and the IEA have said, as well as Joe Biden in the United States, this is a crucial technology. We're dependent on it as one of a number, but it is important, and it means that we can continue to see many of our traditional industries prospering and surviving well in the years to come because of the availability of carbon capture and storage.